Hey, welcome back to another episode from Life for Living Well. My name is Richard. Before I dive into the topic that I have for us this week, I do like to say if you like to know one or two things about this community, Life for Living Well, you can check it out on our website at www.lifeforlivingwell.com. If we also would like to sign up for our weekly newsletter, please enter your email into subscribe and you will be one of the member of the list that receive what we send every week. So please sign up on our YouTube channel, sign up through our website, and we will be able to grow this community. So let's dive into it without taking much of your time. So the topic that I'm having this week is what I call you can change to the power of transformation. And the inspiration that comes from this topic is something that happened recently by reading a book and see how individual transform their life from zero to hero. And I ask myself, looking back to my own life and the reflections and the other people's around me, the question came this way: you can change too. So if you listen to this message and you are inspired about change that need to happen to get to where you want to be or where you have to be, I'm giving you confidence as you listen to this message that you can change too. So, the actual topic is the power of transformation. As we know, we use one or two individual words to build our message around it. So, without playing around the bush, this particular message I'm taking from Dyer, and he put it this way: if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So if you see how you feel so infuriated about maybe someone arrogant or lack of knowledge, and they are so proudful about it to the point that it annoys you to the point. But the moment you take a step back and you look into this individual the way they are, you notice that anger you have begin to dissipate or disappear gradually, because you are now able to find the virtue to see where they're coming from. So change is not only possible, it's essential to grow. If our desire, our plan, our focus is to grow, we also have to realize that we need to learn how to embrace change. Yet many people feel trapped by their current circumstances, convinced that they are stuck with life they have. You'll be surprised how many people that you talk to them, you ask them their aspiration, and where they are is so far away to what they think that they want, and you ask yourself, what is stopping them to make it happen? And you have some people that they said, this is what I want, and when they got that, and they never want it. So they say things like, I can't, it is just who I am. I used to know a couple long time ago. The woman did not want to have a child, but she also didn't communicate what she wants, what she doesn't want, in a way that helping their relationship. So a partner keep pushing and keep pushing. So she will give vague, like maybe. And then it get to the point that the pressure was so much that when I talk to them and I ask her particularly, and she will say, I can't. And I always wonder who they that have so much power on her wish, on her mind, or what she wants, what she doesn't want. She will use the word I can't. And I always thinking like there's something here, but there is something here that more to do with our own personal choice, our own feelings, but using the word to be empowered of your own, whether it's something that you don't want, and you can speak in that way. Even though if you have to make both of you go separately, if you want two different things, you have to do it with the place of confidence and compassion for yourself first and for the others. So they use what? It's just who I am. I cannot change. So without realizing that these are not truths, they are beliefs, and belief can change. And someone said, if you want to change your life, you need to change your beliefs. So throughout history and even in our everyday lives, we see example of people who have turned their lives around. Some do so after hitting rock bottom, but others are inspired by mentor, a book, a spiritual encounter, or even a simple moment of clarity. Transformation doesn't always look dramatic from the outside, but internally it's a powerful shift. It is Buddhists that always say that the force from the outside will kill, but the force within you will give life. So they use egg as an example. If you smash the egg, you might kill the chicklet. But if you open it from the inside, a chicklet might come alive. So the question I ask when putting this together is, why do people resist change? I've seen people, and regardless of their age, I've seen people in their 20s. I've also seen people in their late 70s that they resist change. They want things the way they want it. They want things how it tastes for them. So imagine someone raised in a harsh environment. Maybe they have survived by being tough, aggressive, even violent. For them, the idea of peace, kindness, vulnerability, how do you think they feel about it? I can guarantee you it felt foreign to them, even dangerous. In their worldview, strength equals survival. Expecting change from someone with their mindset is like asking them to trust a language they have never had spoken. But as Albert Einstein famously said, you cannot solve a problem with the same mindset that created it. That is a powerful insight from Albert Einstein. And you will take a different mindset, different shifts to actually find the solution from one belief that created that problem. So that is when transformation begins, not with circumstances, but with perspective. Change starts in the mind. The most powerful kind of change happens on the inside. The moment you begin to think differently, everything else follows. You will notice your habit shift, your language changes, your relationship evolve. This doesn't mean it is easy, but it is entirely possible. So, to go from one belief to another requires awareness. You have to recognize where you are, understand why you need to move forward, and believe that another version of yourself is waiting to be discovered. As I'm bringing this toward the end, let us pause for a few seconds and also reflect with the people around us, people we work with, our friends, our family, ourselves, our own personal journey. Because changing your mindset isn't just about thinking positively, it is about creating room for growth in so many other areas, such as mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. So each of these areas is interconnected, and change in one often lead to change in another. So because once you make an effort to change in one place, you will begin to see changes in other area of your life that I mentioned already, whether in your spiritual life, your financial literacy level, your mental well-being, or your emotional well-being. So you are not alone in this. So many people feel isolated in their struggle, believing they are the only one wrestling with regret, fear, or doubt. But the truth is, you are not alone, and you are not broken beyond repair. So the same potential for transformation exists in you that exists in the greatest comeback stories you have ever had. I like one of the quotes for Tim Stories that I read one of his books long time ago. And one of the quotes that I always remember that the tough time don't last, but tough people do. It's resilient, its ability to bring yourself back regardless the obstacles that you find yourself. So don't let your past define your future. And don't let society, family, or even your inner critics convince you that change is for the other people. So I'm rounding up now. So let's think about the road ahead, meaning that the future tomorrow. Life is a constant journey of change, whether we embrace it or resist it. The more we lean into change, the more we uncover our true path and purpose. I've seen people remain stuck, not because they couldn't change, but because they refused to believe they could. So resisting change doesn't stop time, it only limits what time can do for you. Remember this: while physical change is often feasible and easy to acknowledge, inner change can move mountains. Whether it is emotional healing, spiritual awakening, financial discipline, or mental clarity, it all starts with one belief: you can change too. Thank you for your time. If you finish with me, listen to this message. Please share this message with friends and family and anyone you think this word will be an inspirational for them. Thank you so much for your time. May your days and week be prosperous and safe. Ciao.